Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have this really pretty, kind of like a smoky purple look to share. And of course this is using the Wet n Wild Wild Heart eyeshadow palette. And this is look number 44. Yes, look number 44. That's a lot of looks. That playlist will be linked in the description box as well as the cards, so definitely check the other looks out. And let's get started. So I've used the AOA Studio Shadow Stay Eyeshadow Primer and the Be Pure Infused Pressed Powder under my eyes to catch any fallout that it might have. And of course we're taking the Wet n Wild Wild Heart eyeshadow palette. And first up, I'm going to be taking the gray shade in this palette, and I'm going to take it on a smaller fluffy crease style brush, and I'm going to be applying that in the inner portion of my crease up to about halfway, leaving the other half blank for the purple. So I'm going to go in little by little with this, build it up. And I'm going to kind of take the brush and feather it in upwards too, towards the brow, kind of helping further blend the shade. It's going to help with blending later basically. And then next up I'm taking the matte purple in the last row it's the shade with the two hearts in it. This shade is so pretty, it's one of my favorites. Now I'm taking this on a more fluffier crease brush, and I am going to press this particular shadow in and build this up little by little, kind of like when you're cooking using salt and pepper. You want to add a little at a time, not to overdo it, and this helps with blending and stuff as well, and just a little at a time, so you don't overdo it and like ruin the whole dish. Does that make sense? I know it makes sense to some of you. So just little at a time. So that's what we have here, and now I'm going to go in and start blending. Now I'm going to be taking the gray shade and blending it over top of the purple and blend those together for a seamless fade in the crease. Next up I'm taking the shimmery blue in the last row. I had this space-like idea in my head for this look, and I'm taking this on a more dense, smaller, tapered crease brush, blending brush. And I'm going to place this in the outer corner, slightly up into the crease against the orbital bone, so the purple's still peeking out over top of this. I wanted this to be like a spacey look, but unfortunately, the blue just kind of blended out into a black. And I think that color is so beautiful in the pan, but it never looks the same on the lid. So here I am just blending, and then I'm going to take the Loreal Lumi spray and I'm going to wet my brush. I'm going to be taking in the second row the shimmery white eyeshadow. And because this kind of mixes with the other shadows in the look, it turns silver. Which is, it's perfect. It worked out just fine. I love how beautiful, glam, smoky look this is with the pop of purple. Absolutely stunning. I'm using a flat shader brush to literally just kind of press and paint this onto my lid. So once I have that, I'm going to go in and blend some more of the eyeshadows. And anytime you see me tap my brush off back in front of the camera, I've added more shade to the brush. Now I'm going to be taking the matte white in the palette, which is in the first row, and I'm just going to press this under the eyebrow. And then I'm going to start slowly blending it in. And I like this matte white in this palette. It's so nice. And I'm using a large eyeshadow brush to apply this under the brow. So once I have the shade pressed in and where I want it, I'm going to go in and lightly feather in the purple and the gray shade in with the white, making a seamless fade or transition from the brow area to the crease area. And then I'm going to wipe away fallout, and I'm taking the dark purple shade on the lower lash line with a pencil style brush. I'm going to spritz this brush with the Lumi spray, and I'm going to take the shimmery white shade that we used on the lid and apply it in the inner corner. And because it's not mixed with the dark shades, it actually looks white. And I wanted to share this monumental moment with all of you. We hit pan on an eyeshadow in this palette. I'm not surprised. I use this palette all the time, not only on YouTube but in real outside of YouTube, real life. I'm using LaColors gel eyeliners, Midnight and Enchanted, and this is the L'Oreal Bambi mascara. But I love how this look turned out, and I am just loving it. I'm loving that Bambi mascara too. This LaColors Bold Lash mascara, it has a perfect brush for them lower lash line, or well, the lower lashes, and they look amazing. I love this new mascara I found. And for lips, I'm using the Be Pure Lip Jelly in Rose. Looking back on this, I wish I'd have picked a different lip, but it still worked out in the end. I do love how this look came together, and it does make my green eyes pop. I hope you enjoyed the makeup tutorial today, found it helpful, and will possibly try the look out for yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to check the description box as well as the cards for additional links and a product list. Stay tuned for more looks using the Wet n Wild Wild Heart eyeshadow palette.